Hey, it's Marco, and in this video I want to tell you about my top picks for dividend growth stocks in March of 2023. So as usual, I will give you my selection. This month I actually picked 4 stocks that I believe are good investments. Of course, as usual, this is just what I believe. This is the stocks I will invest myself. It's not an actual investment advice. It's just some of my ideas about investment in dividend growth stocks for this month. So just before we jump into the actual list, just a reminder, I'm investing in dividend growth stocks, so I will only be showing you stocks that actually are paying a dividend, but also that are raising those dividends over time. So to actually select those stocks, I base myself on many indicators like the yield of the stock, what it will actually returns in terms of dividends, the growth of the dividends over the years, also the P/E ratio, which is price over earnings, which means that if it's quite low, it's better because it means the stock is actually at a discount at the moment. And also finally the payout ratio, which is the ratio of the dividends distributed over the actual earnings of the company. If this one, for example, is above 100%, it means the company has to pick into their own reserve of funds to pay the dividend to investors, which is very bad. So definitely you want something here below 100. So with that in mind, let's go to the actual list. The first one for this month is Seagate. So a very well-known company in the technology sector, but they're actually present in many fields of electronics. So it's really a large technology company. And it's an excellent dividend stock, especially for this month. So they have good yields, above 3%. They also have a good growth over the years. So as you can see from this graph here, there was a plateau, but now they're actually going up again, which is really good because they are also at a very big discount. You can see this P/E ratio is under 10. So basically everything under 20 is good. It's a good investment. Here it's very low, meaning the stock is really at a discount at the moment. Also a very low payout ratio, meaning it's also a company that doesn't have any problem to pay dividends and will more likely raise those dividends over the years. Other company I wanted to mention here is Verizon. So I actually mentioned them in nearly every monthly recommendations of stocks because it's a very also large telecommunication company, very well known. They had an excellent policy of paying dividends, as you can see from the graph. They have a good yield as well, above 3%. They are also very cheap at the moment, so you can see the price actually fell. But still, they continue to pay good dividends, meaning that it's an excellent opportunity at the moment. Also, very low payout ratio, meaning, again, they won't have any problems to pay those dividends in the future, and they will probably keep on raising them also. Another one I wanted to mention here, and that I actually never mentioned before in one of those monthly videos, is Hasbro, so a well-known brand that makes toys for children mostly. So they also have a very good yield, about 3%. They have a good payout ratio and also a quite low P/E ratio, meaning that it's at a discount. Also, they won't have problems to pay dividends. It's a bit higher than the two other ones I mentioned so far. So far, the payout ratio was at 70% when I did this video, but that's not a problem at all. Anything under 100 is good, so definitely a good company on those points as well. But what makes it interesting is if you look at the growth of dividends, it's quite high overall, including the fact that they actually had a plateau, was probably due to the COVID crisis. So definitely a good company. They started recently to again raise their dividends, and looking at the past and also at the payout ratio, I'm definitely confident that they will keep on increasing those dividends at a good rate in the future, meaning that if you invest today, you will really get nice yields in the future, in 3-5 years, even in the future. So definitely a very good dividend payer as well. The last one I want to mention here, I usually don't mention any European stocks because they have this kind of strange policy for dividends, but people have been asking me recently mention more European stocks. So I will mention one this month, Siemens, also a very well-known German company. They have good numbers as well. So as you can see from this graph here, good yield, nearly 4%. Also a P/E ratio less than 20, so definitely at a discount at the moment. Good payout ratio because it's under 100, meaning it's also definitely a company that won't have problems to pay the dividends. Also a good overall growth of the dividend over the years, as you can see also from the graph. I just don't usually like this shape of the curve of European companies. It's more like they raise dividends over the years, so one time per year. But also they don't hesitate to have like a large dip, as you can see here. But overall, if you look at this curve, it's definitely a company that will grow the dividend over the years. So for those, I really recommend to keep them longer in case there's a dip again, like you see on this graph. So definitely a very good dividend growth stock as well. So that was my list. If we just sum up Seagate, Verizon, Hasbro, and Siemens. So just before finishing this video, people ask me a lot after watching those videos and also on my channel, what actually should I use as a stockbroker, as a European investor to actually invest in those companies I'm talking about in the videos. There are many brokers out there. One I recently discovered and I really recommend is Freedom24. So this is a company that really was created to make life easier for investors. It's a regulated stockbroker in Europe, very easy to use. For example, I created an account in less than 5 minutes from my phone. So they have also a very nice mobile app that you can use, really easy to buy stocks. And it's excellent for dividend investors because there are no fees to actually keep the account open or to receive dividends. They have some nice features as well, especially for dividend investors. If you actually have some money sitting in USD on your account, you will get interest on that, 2.5–3% at the moment. You will also get some personalized investment ideas, and you can actually choose that you are a dividend investor in the app. So you will only receive ideas related to companies that pay dividends. So that's really nice as well. So really a broker that I recommend. That being said, to go further, I put some links just below the video. You'll find a link to my website. You will also find a link to Freedom24, the broker that I just mentioned. And of course, if you have any questions, comments about my selection for this month, please leave them just below the video. And that being said, thank you again for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.